Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to Offense Defense. We're very pleased this afternoon to announce that the location of our 2013 All-American Bowl will be Houston, Texas, and Reliant Stadium. We're very happy to have you with us this afternoon, and as we've been getting an awful lot of questions and a lot of interest in the 2013 bowl game this year, we thought it'd be a great idea this year to have a live Q&A, and that's what we're about this afternoon. So welcome, and we're glad to have you with us. Some of the questions that we've received already are, guys, which ones? I think Lori.
Lori asked the question: will the youth miss their games if they leave on December 31st?
Yeah, that's a good one. The short answer is they could. A lot of that depends on whether or not they win their first game or lose their first game. So it's very possibly they will. I will tell you this: the 31st is set up and scheduled as an activity day. There will be games, not just the high school All-American game, but the high school showcase, the Can-Am game, and there will be youth All-American games as well. So I would not schedule early flights out on the 31st. We'll know an awful lot more down the line. Registration ends around November 1st. We'll have a lot better idea there on the number of teams who are scheduling whatnot. We will have all of our game and practice schedules posted for you early November. So I would stay tuned, and we can answer that question a lot better later on.
Jody asked, she wanted to know, will the youth players be playing games on the final day, and how many games will the youth play?
The youth are going to be playing 2 games once again this year as last year, so we're very happy to be doing that. They'll be starting to play earlier in the week as well. They'll practice a couple of days, the 27th, the 28th, and they'll be playing games on the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st.
Alex asked, just to clarify, are all the All-American games going to be played in Reliant Stadium?
All of the All-American players will be playing games in Reliant Stadium. They will not play necessarily all of their games. The youth will play 1 game at least, and they will more than likely be playing 1 game outside of Reliant.
Tim also asked, how and when can he register?
The registration will begin next Thursday. That's September 6th, I believe. Registration will open then, and I would just go to the website and follow instructions.
Jay asked, he wanted to know, do you recommend any nearby airports to use for travel in and out of the Houston metropolitan area?
Yeah, there are a number of airports there. The more popular ones that we certainly have used over the years will be Houston Hobby. Hobby's about 10 miles from our headquarters. Also, George Bush is just north of town, and that's about 15 miles from our headquarters. So I certainly would recommend those 2. They have a lot of service, both of those. You should have your most luck with those 2.
Another one of our campers' parents, Troy, asked, are there any athletic eligibility issues I should be worried about regarding my son and his school team?
Yeah, that's a good one. We want to watch that carefully. We always recommend that you stay close to, communicate with your state school boy association. We watch that as well ourselves. It's very difficult to keep up with all the rules and all the rule changes in all of the states. We are aware that at the high school level, there are restrictions many times on the number of all-star games that high school players can participate in. The seniors don't seem to have a problem at all. They're fine with this game, so a senior in high school is not going to have a problem. But underclassmen need to be very, very careful. They're not allowed in many states. They're not allowed to play in all-star, all-American games. That's why our junior showcase is just that. It's a showcase game designed for kids to get exposure. And that's not illegal. That is fine, and that's what we're doing here.
Amy wanted to know, she said, do you have hotel information available yet? And if not, when will it be made available? And will we get discounted lodging rates?
Yes. Amy, on the 5th, that would be next Wednesday, I believe, we're going to be announcing our hotel packages. Those will be out. We're ready. We've identified the hotels now. I think you're going to like the package pricing, and yes, we do. Because of the number of people and the length of our stay, we get very, very good rates for you, and they will be significantly discounted this year.
Another parent asked, Jessica, she said, are we bringing gear, or is our son supplied with everything when he arrives?
Yeah, Jessica, most all the time, the players bring their own equipment. They're most used to that. We will have rental equipment available, but most of the time the kids bring their own equipment.
Vincent asked, he said, what's the Can-Am Bowl?
That's a new element to our bowl. We're very, very pleased to have that this year. The Can-Am Bowl is going to be a competition where OD Canada, we started running camps up in Canada this year, and we have invited the participants of that Canadian Bowl, Canadian camp down to our bowl game this year, and we're putting together a game pitting the two teams from Canada, a bantam team, a middle school team, and a junior team, a high school team, against the same down in Team USA. So we're putting together a USA team and a Canada team, and we'll play two games, two age groups, 4 games throughout the bowl.
We just had a question come in from Laurie Morris. She wanted to know, do the Junior All-American Bowl players play on January 1st, or can they fly back home?
They'll be done by the 1st, Laurie. We'll be done by the 31st. They'll be able to fly back on the 1st.
Evan also asked, he wanted to know, what's the difference between the Junior Showcase and the Senior Game? My son is a senior, and he's received an invite to the Junior Game.
Yes, the junior game, as we covered just a second ago, the junior game is a showcase game, and it's an exposure game, and we do select underclassmen as well as some of the some seniors in high school as well. That's a game that has a different purpose to it. The high school All-American game is a game that is made up of the top 88 seniors, just seniors in high school that we've selected nationwide. That is an all-star game. That's an all-American game, and those are players, the best in the nation that we can find. There may be a senior. It's possible that a senior did not qualify for that game or was not selected for that game, and he may be eligible for the underclassmen game, where he can get more exposure. There's just a lot of colleges that watch that game, and a lot of them interested in the results.
Adam asked, he wanted to know, what other events will be taking place during the Offense-Defense All-American Bowl week?
Wow, there's many elements to it now. We've got our Youth All-American is one that's the most dynamic and growing again this year. We early indications show that we've got more people even interested in coming this year. So we've got the Youth All-Americans, where they'll come in the youth level, and they'll participate in 2 games throughout the week. They'll practice for 2 days on the 27th and 28th, and then we'll participate in 2 more games throughout the week. We've got the high school All-Americans that we've been bringing in. This is the 7th year that we've been doing this, and where we select the top high school football players in the country, usually in an East-West format. We may have a surprise for you this year. We've also got the Offense-Defense Football League National Championships that take place during this as well. So we've got 32 teams scheduled to come in for that already. We've got the Can-Am, which is a brand new element to our event this year. We're really looking forward to that. It's the beginning of an international element to this thing. We'll have more countries represented next year. We've also got a convention that we're starting. It's the largest youth football convention in the country. We've got that going on throughout the course of this camp. Along with that, a coaches clinic, where there will be announced a little bit later the keynote speaker for that. We've also got coaches certification classes taking place during that time as well. So as you can see, we've got many, many elements of the event coming up this year, and something for everybody. Again, if there are no other questions, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to us. We'll be doing more of these to get information out to you as much as we can. Please stay tuned to our website, Facebook, as we will be communicating with you every day on information as we make it available to you. We'd like to thank you very much for tuning into Offense Defense, staying with us. We thank you for this past summer. We thank you for coming out to our camps once again. Please stay in touch with us. We love you, we miss you, and we're looking forward to seeing you this winter in December. Thank you.